Okay, good morning, students. Today, first we are discussing about what is our syllabus and the weightage of each topic from mathematics 2B. So, in senior intermediate, maths 2B consists of two parts. The first part is coordinate geometry, second part is calculus. First, let us discuss about what are the chapters in coordinate geometry. So, coordinate geometry, the chapters are, the first chapter is circles, and the second chapter is system of circles. So, third chapter is parabola. Fourth chapter is ellipse. And in this last chapter is hyperbola. So, these are the chapters from coordinate geometry. Now, we are going to calculus part. In calculus, the first topic is indefinite integration. Indefinite integration. The second topic is definite integration. Definite integration. And in this last topic is differential equations. So, these are the total syllabus in mathematics 2B. Now, let us discuss about the weightage of these topics. Circles, the weightage is 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 7. That means totally 22 marks from circles chapter. Next, system of circles is 2 plus 4. That means 6 marks. And from parabola, 2 plus 7. That means 9 marks. Now, ellipse, weightage is 4 plus 4. That means 8 marks. From hyperbola, 2 plus 7. 2 plus 4. So, these are the weightages from coordinate geometry. Now, let us discuss about calculus part. Indefinite integration weightage is 2 plus 2 plus 7 plus 7. That means totally 18 marks from indefinite integration. Next, definite integration, 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 7. That means 15 marks. The last topic, differential equations, 2 plus 4 plus 7. That means 13 marks. So, totally this is the weightage of mathematics 2B. Just you can observe very carefully, circles weightage is 22 marks and indefinite integration weightage is 15 marks. So, these two chapters are very important in second year, not only intermediate, with respect to MSET and JEE point of view also we can get number of questions or more. So, this is the weightage. Now, let us discuss about the chapter circles. So, the first chapter is circles and the weightage is 22 marks weightage. First, we are going to discuss about definition. So, the definition of a circle, listen carefully, the set of points in a plane, the set of points in a plane which are a constant distance from the set of points in a plane which are a constant distance from a fixed point is called as circle. So, once again I am telling to you, the set of points in a plane which are a constant distance from a fixed point is called as a circle. That means set of points. So I am taking set of points. All these are set of points. These are the set of points. Now, as per definition, for all these points, the distance from fixed point, this is the fixed point. Now, the distance from fixed point to every point, that means I am joining these 2 points. I am joining these 2 points. The distance is everywhere same. So, this fixed point is called as a center. The fixed point is called as a center, generally which is denoted by capital C. I told you already, the distance is same. The distance is called as a radius. And this radius is denoted by small r. Now, I am joining all these set of points. So, when I am joining all these set of points, we can get such type of circle. So, this is called as a circle. Just simply, if we want to say the definition of circle means the distance from fixed point to every point is always same, then that is called as a circle. The fixed point is called as a center. It is denoted by C. The constant distance is called as a radius, which is denoted by small r. So, this is the definition of circle. Do you understand, children? Now, we can discuss about some important points from this diagram. So, what are the important points means? The first point is, I told you already, the set of points on a circle, the set of points on a circle, those points are always represented by like ordered pairs, x comma y, or alpha comma beta, or a comma b. Once again, all these are set of points. These set of points are denoted by ordered pairs like x comma y, or alpha comma beta, or a comma b. In this way we can denote. And in this second point is, the size of the circle or the quantity of the circle is always depending upon radius. Again I am telling you, the radius, the size of the circle or quantity of the circle is always depending upon radius. You can get some doubt here. I will clarify. Why? Because suppose I am taking r is equal to 3. R is equal to 3 means just I am taking one of the circle. This is a circle when radius is 3 units. Okay. Now I am taking r is equal to 4. Just you can observe, r is equal to 3, this is circle. I was given to r is equal to 4. Then the size of this circle will be compared to this is more than or less than. We can say very easily, because this is r is equal to 3. R is equal to 4 means when compared to this is, we can get some maximum size. When compared to this is, r is equal to 4. Now I am given to r is equal to 1. By compared to these two, the size of the circle will be more or less than. So we can say like this, r is equal to 1. So that finally we can say that the size or quantity of the circle is completely depending upon radius. This is the second point. I am telling you once again. The first point is, the set of points on a circle are represented by ordered pairs like alpha comma beta, or x comma y, or a comma b, in this way. The second point is, the size or quantity of the circle is always depending upon the radius. And the third point is, if r is equal to 1, then that is called as a unit circle. When r is equal to 1, that is called as a unit circle. If r is equal to 0, if r is equal to 0, just you can observe here, so this is a fixed point center. R is equal to 0 means can we draw or not? Think yourself, we cannot draw because r equal to 0. That means when r is equal to 0, this is called as a center and also radius. In this case, this is called as point circle. Do you understand? When r is equal to 1, that is called as unit circle. When r is equal to 0, that is called as a point circle, because there is no distance here, because r equal to 0. And in this last point is a circle is a, from this diagram we can say that a circle is a two-dimensional closed figure. A circle is a two-dimensional closed figure. These are the main points from circles. So simply I am telling you once again all these points. The first point is the set of points are denoted by ordered pairs like x comma y, alpha comma beta, a comma beta in this way. And when you come into second point, suppose that means the size or quantity of the circle is depending upon radius. Why? Because suppose I am given to r is equal to 3. This is one of the circle. Now I am given to r is equal to 4. Simply we can say that when compared to this is, the size of the circle will be more. Now I am given to r is equal to 1. The size of the circle when compared to this is less than. So that the size of the circle we can say that based on radius. And third point, if r is equal to 1, then the circle is called as a unit circle. Just like last, if r is equal to 0, then that is called as a point circle. When we want to draw circle, we want first fixed point. This is the fixed point. R equal to 0 means there is no distance because r equal to 0. So that in this case, center and radius coincide. Simply this is called as a point circle. So the last point is a circle is a two-dimensional closed figure. These are the main points from circles. Do you understand, students? Okay. Next, we can discuss about the theorem. Now in this chapter, first theorem, theorem 1. If the statement of the theorem is if center C h comma k, radius r, then the equation of a circle, is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. The statement is once again, if center h comma k, radius r, then the equation of the circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. This is theorem 1. Now let us prove it. Proof. First I am taking this diagram. Already know that this is circle. For this circle, this is the position of a center. In our statement, center h comma k is already given. Now radius are also given. Radius means from here to joint to any point on the circle. This is radius. Center C h comma k is given. Radius r is given. We discussed already, radius means from the distance from fixed point any point on the circle. Now this is, let us consider as P x comma y be one of the point on the circle. So let P x comma y be any point on the circle. Okay. Now from this diagram, see radius r means the distance from C and P, is it or not? So from this figure, CP is equal to R. Now what is the meaning of CP? That means the distance between 2 points. Already we have one of the formula. The formula is square root of, already know that, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. By using that formula, now we can write x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r. Now can do squaring on both sides. That means x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. So this is the standard form of the circle equation, center h comma k and radius r. So this is proof. So once again I am telling to you, center h comma k, radius r, then the equation of circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. That is the statement of the theorem. So first we are taking as a diagram. This is the position of center C h comma k and the radius from here to any point on the circle. Let us consider as p x comma y be any point on the circle. From this diagram, CP is equal to r. Is it or not? So CP means the distance between 2 points. By using formula x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r. Now you can do squaring on both sides. We can get x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. So this is the standard form of the circle equation when center h comma k, radius r. Now let us discuss some examples by using this formula. Okay, I am giving you one example. Suppose center 1 comma 3 r is equal to 5. Center 1 comma 3 r is equal to 5. Now we want to calculate circle equation. So now we are doing center 1 comma 3. So this is represented as h comma k. Okay, r is equal to 5. Now by using this formula, equation of a circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Now x minus h, that means 1 whole square plus y minus k, that means 3 whole square is equal to 5 square. Okay, now just you can expand this is, that means this is just like as a minus b whole square. Now by using formula x square plus 1 minus 2x, in the same way again a minus b whole square formula. So y square plus 9 minus 6y is equal to 25. Okay, now x square write in order plus y square, next minus 2x, the next term is minus 6y. Now we have constant terms, that means 1 plus 9, that means 10 minus 25 equals to 0. So finally x square plus y square minus 2x minus 6y, that means minus 15 equal to 0. So this is the equation of circle when center C h comma k, radius r is given, then we can calculate by using this formula. Do you understand, children? Now I am taking one more example and the last example. Students, second example, center C minus a comma minus b, r is equal to a plus b. Find equation of circle. So like as the previous problem, center minus a comma minus b. So we can denote h comma k, and r is equal to a plus b. Now by using formula, so we know that equation of circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Now x minus h, that means it is minus a. Here already minus is there, so that plus a whole square. Do you understand? X minus h. In our data, h means minus a. That means x plus a whole square. Next, y minus k means minus b. Here already minus is there, so that plus b whole square is equal to r square. R means a plus b whole square. Just now you can expand. That means a plus b whole square. Now x square plus a square plus 2ax. This is also a plus b whole square. Y square plus b square plus 2by. This is also a plus b whole square. That means a square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay. Now just you can observe here some terms will be cancelled. What are they means? This is a square and this is a square. These two are cancelled. In the same way, this is b square and it is b square. These two are also cancelled. Now the remaining terms are x square in order plus y square, next plus 2ax, next plus 2by. The last 2ab is then just convert into left side. That means minus 2ab is equal to 0. So this is the equation of circle. So finally, so whatever you are completed means when center and radius r is given, we can calculate circle equation by using formula x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Okay. Now, one more point. Here, previously center and radius are given, we are calculating circle equation. Now, we are going to discuss about the standard equation form of the circle. So, note the standard form of the equation of the circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. The standard form of the equation of the circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Generally, you can get some doubt here. How can we say this is represent a circle equation? Previously, we described two examples. From those two examples, we can say that the standard form is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. So now, I am giving to you one more point. Already you know that second degree equation. In a first year, you can get second degree equation means ax square plus 2hxy plus by square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. It is second degree equation. If it is represents circle equation, then what are the conditions we are going to discuss about? This is second degree equation. If it is represents circle equation, then the conditions are a is equal to b, not equal to 0, and h is equal to 0. Definitely you can get some doubt here. Sir, how can we say that a is equal to b, h is equal to 0? So let us clear. This is a second degree equation. It is clear. A is equal to b. Why? Because previously we proved already. We done two examples. Just you can observe above examples. There are always x square coefficient and y square coefficient must be same. So that a is equal to b. It should not be 0 because if it is 0, there is no x square term and y square term. So that both must be equal but not equal to 0. And already we done two examples. There is no any xy term when it is circle equation. So that h is equal to 0. So this is the representation of circle, the conditions. First one is once again, this is the standard form of the circle equation x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Why? Because previously just we done already two problems. From that example, so we can say that. And if it is represents second degree equation, it is. If we want to represent, if it is represents cycle equation, then the conditions are a is equal to b, not equal to 0, and h is equal to 0. Why? Because a and b must be same. That means coefficient of x square, coefficient of y square must be same. They are not equal to 0. Why? Because if it is 0, there is no x square term. X square term must be x square and y square term here. So that not equal to 0. When it is circle equation, there is no xy term. So that here it is equal to 0. Okay. Now we are taking, we have one more theorem, 2. The theorem is the equation of circle x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Whose center c minus g comma minus f, radius r is equal to root of g square plus f square minus c. So what we are going to discuss about, circle equation is given. For this circle, we are going to calculate center minus g comma minus f, radius r equal to root of g square plus f square minus c. Let us going to prove it. Proof. The given equation of circle is given equation of circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. Okay. Now this is, we can express it as, right, combination of these two terms. That means x square plus 2gx. Okay. Next, right, combination of these two terms. That means plus y square plus 2fy. The last term is as it is. Just you can call the terms x square and 2gx. Next call the terms y square and 2fy. Okay. So now this continuation x square plus 2gx. What I am doing means here x square plus 2gx. Here g square adding and subtracting. Likewise second term plus y square plus 2fy. Same. Here f square adding and subtracting. The last term plus c is equal to 0. Okay. Now you can observe here, this is, we can write x plus g whole square. Is it or not? Just like as a plus b whole square. Similarly, you can observe this is also. We can write y plus f whole square. Then what are the remaining terms? This is minus g square minus f square plus c is equal to 0. So now x plus g whole square plus y plus f whole square, this total part converting into right side. That means g square plus f square minus c. So now finally this is can be expressed as x minus g whole square. Okay. In the same way, this is also y minus f whole square. Now right side, just you can observe very carefully. What I am doing means here g square plus f square minus c. This is term actually. Now what I am doing means, this is we can express as in this way. Is it or not? Why? Because these two will be cancelled, then we can get remaining term. Why I am doing in this way means, just you can observe very carefully. This is just like as x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. Is it or not? So that we can say already we proved this theorem. H means here minus G. K means here minus F. And when compared to this is R is equal to root of G square plus F square minus C. So H comma K is center, is it or not? That means C, H comma K, already we proved minus G comma minus F. R is equal to root of G square plus F square minus C. So this is center and this is radius when the circle equation is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fa plus c is equal to 0. Simply if we want to say means we want to calculate the center and the radius of the circle means the first circle equation is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fa plus c equal to 0. We proved already center minus g comma minus f or root of g square plus f square minus c. So once I am telling you the difference between theorem 1 and theorem 2. Theorem 1 means center and radius is given. Then we calculated the circle equation. Theorem 2 means circle equation is given to us. We are calculated the center and the radius. That is the difference between those two theorems. Okay. Now by using this theorem, we are taking some examples. Now I am giving you one example. Example 1. Find center and radius of circle x square plus y square plus 6x plus 2y minus 3 equal to 0. Once again, center and radius now we have to calculate. Circle equation given. So how to calculate? Let us see. First the given circle equation should be compared with x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fa plus c equal to 0. But before that, the coefficient of x square and the coefficient of y square must be same. Just you can verify whether here it is same or not. Both coefficients are same, no problem. Now this is compare with x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. When we are comparing, I told you already, x square coefficient and y square coefficient must be same. Here already 1 and 1 equal. Now you can compare. 6 means when compared to this is here 2z is equal to 6. In the same way 2f is equal to 2. And the last constant term c is equal to minus 3. Do you understand? Just you can compare. 2z means coefficient of x. 2f means coefficient of y. And the last term is a constant. So from this g is equal to, we can write 3. In the same way f is equal to 1 and c is equal to minus 3. Now by using previous theorem, center formula C minus g comma minus f. Is it or not? So minus g, that means we can write minus 3 minus 1. Now by using previous theorem, radius r is equal to formula root of g square plus f square minus c. Now you can replace all these values. G means 3, that means 3 square. F means 1, that means 1 square. Minus c means minus 3, we can write plus 3. So now square root of 9 plus 1 plus 3, that means square root of 13. So this is radius. You understand? When the cycle equation is given, so you can find center and radius. This is example 1. I'm giving to example 2. In this example, just a little bit change. Let us see. Same. Find center and radius of the circle. Center and radius of the circle. 2x square plus 2y square minus 6x minus 8y plus 1 equals minus 1 equals to 0. Okay. So I told you already, when the equation is given, that it should be compared with x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fa plus equal to 0. But before that, you should be verified these two equations are equal or not. Equal, 2 and 2. So first we have to do x square quotient and y square quotients must be unity. That means 1. But here quotients are 2. So that the total equation divided with 2. Do you understand? In the first example, x square quotient and y square quotient is unity. So we need not do anything. But when you are coming to this example, x square quotient and y square quotient are same. Okay. But multiples are 2. First we have to divide with 2. So that this equation can be written as, that means given equation can be written as dividing with 2, x square plus y square minus 3x minus 4y minus 1 by 2 equal to 0. Do you understand? X square quotient y square quotient must be same. Okay. Here multiple is 2, but multiple must be unity. So that you should divide with the particular number. So that dividing with 2. Now this is compared with our standard circle equation. So compare with x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. So here when we are comparing 2z, that means x coefficient 2z is equal to, here x coefficient is minus 3. Next 2f, that means coefficient of y, so minus 4. Next c is equal to minus 1 by 2. Okay. And from this, g is equal to minus 3 by 2, f is equal to minus 2, c is equal to minus 1 by 2. Now we have g value, f value, c value. Now by using formula, center c minus g comma minus f, that means 3 by 2 comma 2. Next radius, r equal to, formula is root of g square plus f square minus c. So root of g square, that means minus 3 by 2 whole square plus f square, that means minus 2 whole square. Next minus c, c means minus 1 by 2. Here already we have one more minus, that means totally plus 1 by 2. Now we can simplify. Calculation is r is equal to square root of minus 3 by 2 whole square, that means 9 by 4 plus minus 2 whole square, that means 4 plus last term is 1 by 2. Okay. Now we are simplifying. So finally LCM of these two terms is 4 and 9 plus 16 plus 2. That means square root of 9 plus 16, 25, 25 plus 2, 27 by 4. Or this is also can be written as, already know that, root 27 by 2. So this is When the circle equation is given, for find center and radius. Center minus g comma minus f, radius r equal to root of g square plus f square minus c. The main important points in this, the coefficient of x square and y square must be same. When other than unity, you should be divided with the particular number. Here 2x square plus 2y square, so that we are dividing with 2. For example, you have here 5x square plus 5y square, for example. Then by the term, you can divide with 5. And then you can collect g value, f value, c value. Okay? Now, we are going to discuss about theorem 3. I am telling you once again, already we are completed theorem 1 and theorem 2. Theorem 1, center and radius is given, circle equation we are calculated. Theorem 2, circle equation is given, we are calculated center and radius. Now, theorem 3, what is the statement of theorem 3? Let A x1 comma y1 and B x2 comma y2 are n points of diameter, are n points of diameter of circle A x1 comma y1, B x2 comma y2 are n points of diameter of circle. Then the equation of the circle is, then the equation of the circle is x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 equals to 0. So now first, what is the meaning of the given statement? Let A x1 comma y1, B x2 comma y2 are n points of diameter of circle. These two are n points of diameter of circle. Then the circle equation is x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 equal to 0. Okay? Now let us prove it. So first I am taking diagram, that means circle, this is circle, and this is the position of center. Now in our theorem, the n points of diameter is given already. Already you know that diameter means the line must be passes through center. So this is diameter. Is it or not? The line should be passes through center. These two are n points. The n points are A x1 comma y1, another n point B x2 comma y2. These two are already given. Now we have to find circle equation. Okay. Now what I am doing means, just you can observe, this is called as a semicircle. In this semicircle, just you can take anywhere one of the point, anywhere. So I am taking one of the point P x comma y and a semicircle. So let P x comma y be any point on the circle. Okay? We know that already. The angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. That means I am joining AP and BP. Now here 90 degrees. Is it or not? 90 degrees. Why the angle in a semicircle? Because this is semicircle. The line joining from point to any point on the circle, and the same the line joining from one point to any point on the circle, here always 90 degrees. That is called angle in semicircle is 90 degrees. Now already we know that when it is 90 degrees, these two lines are perpendicular. We know that already. That means PA and PB are perpendicular. Okay. When the two lines are perpendicular, we have one formula. M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1. M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1. In the first year we can get already know that. So we know that P and PB are perpendicular, then the condition M1 into M2 is equal to minus 1. What is the meaning of M1? M1 means slope of PA, M2 means slope of PB. M1 slope of PA into M2 means slope of PB is equal to minus 1. So slope of PA, that means we have one formula. When the 2 points are there, slope formula means y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. By using that formula, y minus y1 by x minus x1 into, again same formula. Now for P and B, y minus y2 by x minus x2 is equal to minus 1. Okay, slope of PA and slope of PB is equal to minus 1. Y minus 1, those two are perpendicular. Why those two are perpendicular? It is 90 degrees. Why it is 90 degrees means angle in a semicircle. Now, just like simplify, this is into this is. That means y minus y1 into y minus y2 is equal to minus 1 into this is. That means minus x minus x1 into x minus x2. Now this is a negative part. You can convert into left side. Y minus y1 into y minus y2. When I am taking this minus becomes as a plus x minus x1 into x minus x2 equals to 0. Just writing in order. Therefore, x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 equals to 0. This is the equation of circle when a x1 comma y1, b x2 comma y2 are n points of diameter. Do you understand? So now by using this formula, we can solve the cycle equation when the 2 points are given. Let us discuss tomorrow video.